Today for maths we're going to work on page 75. It's called multiplication 2. And today for maths you're going to do question 4, A, B, C, D, E. And then you're going to do question 5, A, B, C, D, E. Then you're going to move down here and do question 9 all the way across A, B, C, D, E. And 10, A, B, C, D, E. This will give you practice at your multiplication. If you need help with your tables, please take out your homework diary and use the tables, the multiplication tables there to help you. So you will see that at the top of this page, we're multiplying by 10. Now you'll remember, for multiplying by 10, when there's no decimal, you simply add a 0. So in this case, the answer is going to be 2,770. Just simply added the 0. Now, however, a large focus of this page is multiplying by 10 when you have a decimal point. Now, we all know that when we multiply, we must get a much larger number. So to multiply by 10, it's quite easy because we have to make this number bigger. So to make it bigger, we'll move it to the right. So the rule you need to remember for multiplying decimals is make it bigger, move to the right. 9.1 simply becomes 91. Move the decimal from here over to here, and then you don't really use it because there's nothing behind the decimal, so you won't be bothering to put in the decimal when there's nothing behind it. 3.7 multiplied by 10 is similar. Make it bigger. We need to make it bigger because it's a multiply. Move it to the right and it becomes 37. The decimal moved from here to here, so you don't need to leave that decimal in. You can leave it out because it's simply 37. Now this one is bigger. It's got 0.12, so 12 is behind the decimal. There's 1/10 to 100ths. So we'll probably have to leave the decimal in our answer this time. Now we know we need to make it bigger. So to make it bigger, we must bring this to the right. And there's still a number behind the decimal, so you must keep it in your answer. So the answer we get then is, we move it to the right over here. It becomes 341.2. This one here just seems to have more numbers behind the decimal. It's got 2/10, 300ths, 7/1000ths. Move it to the right to make it bigger. It's going to go there. Instead of 18.237, it's going to become 182.37. And that's how you multiply decimals by tens. And you'll come across that in number 4 and number 5 on page 75. Now, as you move down to do 9 and 10, you're going to be doing long multiplication. And you're going to be multiplying decimals. So you will remember that when you have numbers behind the decimal, you count them. You've got 2. So you have 2 behind the decimal here. You must have 2 behind the decimal in your answer. So you can pretty much ignore the decimal while you're working out the sum. 3 6s are 18. 3 3s are 9 plus 1 is 10. A 0, 1. 3 8s are 24 plus 1 is 25. Ignore the decimal until the end. Put down your note like you always do in multiplication. 4 6s is 24. 3 4s is 12. Plus 2 is 14. 4 8s is 32. Plus 1 is 33. As you always do in multiplication, you add those together. 8, 4, 9, 5, 3. And this is the point where you must attend to the decimal. There are 2 numbers behind the decimal in the question, so there must be 2 numbers behind the decimal in your answer. So the decimal place goes there. Let's try another one. This has got a decimal in the question. Again, you've got something behind the decimal. But in this case, you've only got 1 number behind the decimal, so there must be 1 number behind the decimal in your answer. Again, disregard the decimal until you come to the end. 4 7s is 28. 7 8s is 56 plus 2 is 58. 7 8s is 56 plus 5 is 61. Put down your naught for multiplication. 4 sixes is 24. 6 eights is 48 plus 2 is 50. 6 eights is 48 plus 5 is 53. Again, it's a multiplication. You must add it at the end. Long multiplication. It's 8, 12, 2, 9, 5. One number behind the decimal. One number must be behind the decimal in your answer. And similarly here, do your multiplication. Ignore the decimal till the end. 1 3 is 3, 1 7 is 7, 1 9 is 9. Put down the 0. 3 eights are 24. 7 eights are 56 plus 2 is 58. 9 eights is 72 plus 5 is 77. Addition, because it's a long multiplication. 3, 11, 18, and 7. There is one number here behind the decimal, so there must only be one number here behind the decimal. 7881.3. And the last one number behind the decimal. Do it like multiplication. Ignore the decimal until the end. 5 eighths is 40. 4 eighths is 32. Plus 4 is 36. 8 eighths is 64. Plus 3 is 67. 0, 25. 4 fives is 20. Plus 2 is 22. 5 eighths is 40. Plus 2 is 42. Add it together like that. 0. It's 11. 0, 9, 4. And in this case, there's one number behind the decimal. So therefore, there must be one number behind the decimal in your answer. As it happens, that comes out as a whole number because there's nothing behind the decimal, only a 0. I hope that helps. Thanks for listening, guys.